Hi everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video today. This is a question I get a lot. A lot of my viewers are younger and haven't gone to college yet, or they're maybe still even in middle school, and they just want to know for the future, hold on. Stop whining. They just want to know for the future, do they need to go to college? And this question really varies from person to person. I can't just give one answer, so I figured I'd answer it on video in case anyone else was wondering, because if you're shy like me, like I know I would never email someone asking a question, so maybe there's some people who are wondering whether or not they should go to college, but they haven't personally contacted me about it yet. But so if your parents or grandparents or if anyone is offering to pay for your college, definitely go. This is more for people who would have to finance it themselves, which makes the decision a little more difficult. But if your parents are going to send you to college, definitely take advantage of that. You'll have a lot of fun. And even if you don't end up using your degree, you didn't, have to pay thousands of dollars for it. So you can't really lose. So definitely go if someone is going to send you. For people like me who would have to pay for it themselves, and I did pay for it myself, to be completely honest with you, I regret going to college. These videos are probably like the most I've actually used my degree since graduating, and I'm glad that I can help so many people and give you guys information, but it doesn't make going to school for 4 years and spending tens of thousands of dollars worth it. Like, here's my degree. Will you go? Will you go? Can you go? Go on. So here's my degree, and yeah, it looks pretty, but this piece of paper was not worth $30,000 to me. And I love the job that I have, but it's definitely not related to fashion. I could have easily gotten the job I have now without this. So I would answer yes, you should go to college if you want to work for a big company that's already established, and if you're willing to move to a fashion capital, which in the US would be like LA or New York. I live in Seattle, which is a big city, and there's some companies here, but there's really not that many entry-level jobs, as I found out the hard way. Most jobs I've seen listed up here are for people with like 10 to 15 years experience. So there are jobs, but a smaller big city like Seattle would only be plausible for someone who already has a lot of experience. So if you're willing to move to New York or LA or some other like global fashion city, and if you want to work for a company that's like big and well established, definitely go to college. Every single job listing I have seen and applied to requires a bachelor's degree in fashion. I have a bachelor's of science. A lot of places offer a bachelor's of arts, but don't go to a two-year art school. I cannot stress this enough. Those places are usually scams, especially the big one that you're all thinking of right now. That one is kind of a scam. And everyone I know who's gone to those places has not gotten a job out of college, and it's horrible because they're so expensive compared to other schools. And most jobs you can't get with an associate's degree. Like I said, I've never personally seen a job listing for someone with just a 2-year degree in fashion. If you can get the 2-year degree and then get a ton of other experience, like a ton of internships on top of it, maybe you could swing it, but you're gonna need a bachelor's degree. I think that's something a lot of people don't realize, and I definitely didn't realize it when I was going into school. I just happened to live in a state where the state school offered a bachelor's in fashion design. Otherwise, I probably would have ended up going to an art school for 2 years and being really disappointed afterwards. Come here, come here. Sorry, she's needy today. Aren't you, puppy? Yes, hello. And, so I would say don't go to college if you want to have, like, your own brand, like maybe something small scale, like an Etsy or an online store, or if you really don't want to move to a fashion city. Like, I don't really want to live in LA or New York, so I feel like my options have been exhausted. And, I mean, it's not fun to admit that I wasted all that time in college, but at least I can hopefully maybe save someone else from making the same mistake. So if you just want to, like, make some garments, sell them online, maybe open, like, a small boutique, kind of go it on your own, and maybe, you'll make your own big label someday, And if you want to do it like in your hometown or in another small city or small big city such as Seattle, yeah, I wouldn't say that you need to go to college. There's plenty of places where you can learn the skills you'll need, like from video tutorials such as these. There's plenty of books, there's plenty of like local classes you can take that aren't going to cost you thousands of dollars. Yeah, I mean, there's so many resources to help you learn what you need to know without you having to spend all that money and time in college. I mean, I'm glad that I learned what I learned in college, but I could have learned it elsewhere if I had known what I needed to learn, which is kind of the purpose of these videos. So yeah, if you just want to go it yourself in your hometown, or have like an online store, I'm confident that you can do it without getting a degree. So I hope that, you know, some people found this helpful, and maybe it made some people's decisions easier about like what their future plans are. And definitely just take into consideration, if you're willing to move to a fashion city and you want to work for a company, maybe you have a dream job, definitely go to college. Hi. If you want to just have your own store, maybe in your hometown, maybe in another city that isn't like a big fashion city, I suggest just learning by yourself and save yourself the money for sure. But like I said, if your parents are going to send you to college, definitely go, 100%. Alright, see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.